Welcome to the game. My name's Cookie Masterson, and I'm afraid of zippers. You two are going head-to-head, huh? Try not to hurt yourselves. There's a couple of screws for you guys. And your wrong answer of the game is being sponsored by
Fashion Barrel Barrelware. Comfort, freedom, style, and the faint smell of pickles. Wear your wood well.
All right, we're taking off. Kicking things off, I can't feel my potatoes. Oh, I love Pringles. You know what their slogan says? Once you pop, you can't stop. It's so true. If once you popped, you couldn't stop, and you decided to enter a 12-step program at Pringleholics Anonymous, what would be the first step? Weaning yourself away from Pringles? Helping... Player 2, you've been... Say you're sorry for wasting my time. Player 1, that was a successful screw. Why not grab a few more bucks while you're at it? Player 1. The first step of the 12-step program as created by AA is admitting you have a problem and are powerless to your addiction. For the record, I certainly don't have a Pringle problem. I only eat them at parties and nightclub bathrooms and in bed while watching old episodes of Love Connection. This one's called, Make This Your Main Profile Question? Who would most likely use the famous surgeon's photograph as their main profile pic on Facebook? Albert Einstein. Player 1, you've been screwed. You got 5 seconds to pick an answer. The famous photograph of Nessie poking her head out of the water is known as the surgeon's photograph because it was supposedly taken by a doctor. And since then, the photo has indeed proven to be doctored. By the way, Nessie enjoys water skiing, long walks on the beach at night, and playing Mafia Wars. Oh, and she's a diehard Christian. Hate to break the news to you, Player 2. This one's known as, Who Be You? Which arrangement of B words fills in the following blanks? Blank movie, blank Arthur, blank cool, Sloop John blank. Players 1 and 2. B movie, B Arthur, B cool, the 2005 movie starring John Travolta, and Sloop John B, the Beach Boys song. Hey, Beach Boys, BB. One thing I'm very proud of is that I got straight B's in college, cause hepatitis C is the bad one, right? Everybody quattro, hey! And now, vegetable. Which VeggieTales character would be classified as having an ectomorph body type? Bob the Tomato, Archibald Asparagus, Players 1 and 2. Ectomorphs have thin, narrow chests and abdomens. Which is too skinny if you ask me. Personally, I prefer something with a little meat on its bones. Or any meat. Or bones. Like chicken wings. I'm hungry.
Where's the vibe, girl? Rock my world, girl. Ooh, yeah.
It's time for Yo Ho Ow! And it's a DisOrDat. Player 2. You seem to be behind a bit. This DisOrDat is all yours. I'm gonna read off 7 things, and for each one, tell me if it's a type of ab exercise, part of a pirate ship, or both. If it's an ab exercise, press your X button. If it's part of a pirate ship, press your B button. If it's both, press A. Each one right gets you $300. But each one wrong totally screws up your back. Player 1, try to lock in your answer before Player 2, because if Player 2 gets it wrong, but you get it right, you'll steal that cash. You've got 30 seconds. Okay, let's move. Flying jib, captain's chip, plank, ball bridge, keel, cable chip, foreboom. Nice 7-pack. Of course, the easiest exercise for a pirate to do is the amputated leg lift. That's the end of round 1. And player 1 is winning. Think that might change soon? Remember, I'm doubling the value of each question in round 2. And hint, hint, big cash prizes can be yours if you find the wrong answer of the game. Okay, let's see what's next. Next, I Can't Quit You movie franchise. Suppose they make a sequel to Brokeback Mountain set on the second tallest mountain in the world. What might it be called? Brokeback K2? Brokeback Mountain 2 Matterhorn? Players 1 and 2? The mountain known as K2 on the border of Pakistan and China is the second tallest mountain in the world after Mount Everest. Personally, I prefer Brokeback Mountain, the remount. Coming up next, my accountant's a real joker. Why might an accountant use a Heath ledger? To keep track of his nerves, to keep track of his livestock, to keep track of his Players 1 and 2? Accountants use ledgers to keep track of things, like heath, a kind of shrubbery. And after a full day of shrubbery accounting, I'm sure he's pretty bushed.
Plucking chickens, picking out a mate. Guess I'll marry 8.
Next up, American literature is garbage. Okay, somebody sent in somebody's trash.
Look at through your trash bag. What's it say about you? Funky trash.
All right. This steaming pile of trash smells literary. Let's see what we can find. There's an ambulance driver's license from World War I, some Cuban cigar butts, and an empty bottle of foot cream specifically designed for six-toed cats. What famous author does this trash belong to? Mark Twain, John Steinbeck, Ernest Hemingway, or Players 1 and 2? Ernest Hemingway was a volunteer ambulance driver in World War I, spent 20 years living in Cuba, and owned a collection of six-toed cats known as Hemingway cats. Let's see what else Hemingway threw out. Oh, what's this? A Farewell to Arms 2, Armless and Lovin' It. Jeez, I'll just put that back in the garbage.
Strolling through the park with the sarsaparilla. For me,
Up next, I'd like to make a reservation for 6.3 people, please. Based on the average household size in the United States, what might you expect to hear at one of these restaurants? Table for 2.6 at the Cheesecake Factory. Table for Player 2. The average American household is made up of 2.6 people, give or take an arm or a torso. Though if you base it on weight, that number increases significantly after eating at Cheesecake Factory. Player 1. You're wrong! Wow, that was a lot more fun than a barrel of crackers. And speaking of barrels, you want a designer barrel courtesy of our sponsor, Fashion Barrel Barrelware. You're going to like the way you look. In a barrel, I guarantee it. In a barrel. Today's wrong answer of the game gets you another 8,000 on top of your current score. Sweet.
Hold me, never let me go. Am I dreaming?
Try this on for size. Fries or tater tots? Hey, did you know King Tut was just 9 years old when he became Pharaoh of Egypt? Probably still read the Egyptian funny papers every day. Considering which animal the Egyptians worshipped, which ancient comic strip character would King Tut have enjoyed the most? Garfield Hotep? Marmot? Players 1 and 2? The ancient Egyptians were known to revere and worship cats, like Garfield and Garfield Hotep. And they hated Mondays. Brace yourself. Oh, I'll just shut my mouth then. Here's your clue. A banana by any other name would smell as banana-y. Perhaps you know these foods by their aliases. Good luck. 1, you cleaned up, which isn't saying much when you're playing against someone with the personality of waxy buildup. Player 2, next time you want to play against player 1, remind yourself,
You don't know Jack!
Good job, everyone. Donnie, what are we doing?
Hey, keep me appraised if you guys wish to go into extra innards.